Kelly's Reading Corner, Kelly's Reading Corner. Because what else would I be doing with two kids during a pandemic but reading picture books? So join us. Hey everybody, welcome to Kelly's Reading Corner. Once again, for our second episode, we have an interesting introduction to our story. Sir Knight of the
rectangular table.
The Knight of the Rectangular Table. What would you do if you saw a dragon?
I would slay it.
Ready?
Get back here!
Thus the dragon perished. Okay. Today I am going to tell you a story. You will know it by the name of The Paper Bag Princess by Robert Munsch. And I know the story. Yeah? I know the story inside and out after many nieces and my own children. And I tell my own version. And I ad-lib it a little bit. So bear with me for any inconsistencies. I'm just being creative. And apparently... come here. The cat wants to be here with this, for this as well. All right.
The cat's a monster!
The cat is not a monster. All right. Once upon a time, there was a princess named Elizabeth, and she had beautiful hair and beautiful clothes, and she lived in a beautiful palace, and she always spoke up for the marginalized and oppressed in her community, and she was going to marry a handsome prince named Ronald. But unfortunately, one day, a dragon... Did you see that? Anyways, a dragon flew into the castle, burned it up with fiery breath, picked up Prince Ronald, and carried him off. And she looked up into the sky and said, well, that will not fly. Boo. Anyways... she was covered in ash. Her clothes were burnt to cinders, and the only thing that she could find to wear that wasn't burnt was a paper bag. So she put it on, and she went out in search of her prince. She followed the dragon, and it wasn't very hard to do because he left a trail of horse bones and burnt forest in his wake. So she went along. She followed and followed and followed until she got to a cave. And she knew she had found the dragon. So she went right up to that cave and she knocked on the door. She went bang, bang, bang. And a dragon opened up the door, stuck his nose out and said, what do you want? I've already eaten one grade 1 class, one grade 2 class, and one grade 3 class in a daycare. Come back tomorrow. I'll eat you then. Bang. She just looked at the door and said, wow. How rude. So she knocked on the door again. Bang, 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 bang. The door opened up and a very irritated dragon poked his head out and said, what do you want? I have already eaten one grade 1 class, one grade 2 class, one grade 3 class at a daycare. Come back tomorrow. I will eat you then. She said, but wait, dragon. I've heard a lot about you. I have heard that you could burn up 50 forests with your fiery breath. And he says, yes, I can. And she says, show me. So he went, and he burned up 100 forests with his fiery breath. And Elizabeth said, oh my God, that was amazing. That is totally awesome, totally cool. Do it again. So the dragon was very, very, pleased with himself and went, burned up 50 forests with his fiery breath. And she said, would you do it again? And he went, yep, he sounded like that. He didn't have enough fire left to cook a meatball. So she switched tactics and said, dragon, please, dragon, please show me. I have heard that you can go around the whole world in just 10 seconds. And he said, why, yes, of course. So he went up and went around the world in just 10 seconds. She said, wow, that was great. That was amazing. Would you do that again? And he said, And he went, fell down, was fast asleep. She could hear him snoring. So she went up to the dragon just to see if he was awake and said, dragon. The dragon didn't move. So she got closer. She went right up to his head and went, dragon. Didn't move a muscle. So she picked up his ear, stuck her head inside his ear, and in the loudest possible voice she could say, she said, hey, dragon! He didn't move a muscle. So she walked over the dragon into the cave, and there was Prince Ronald, and he said, oh, Elizabeth, you look awful. Your hair is all dirty. Your clothes are all smelly. You're wearing a paper bag, and you smell like a dragon's ear. Ugh. Come back and rescue me when you are dressed like a real princess. And Elizabeth says, Ronald, your hair is lovely. Your clothes are all nice. And you smell like a petunia. But you know what? You are a bum. And they didn't get married after all. The end.